Hey guys, Alex Gertsburg here, Gertsburg Licata, and Cover My Six. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to talk about shareholders, one of the six plaintiffs groups that can sue a business and that you need to wall um, as part of the six-sided fort in Cover My Six. So, shareholders. The U.S. government and the state of Ohio, or whatever state you're in, create a really nice deal with you as an entrepreneur, right? They say, hey, you guys are an engine of capitalism. We want you to go out there and take risks because if you can take some risks and feel relatively safe in taking those risks, you're going to create jobs. You're going to create tax revenue. You're going to help people put food on the table and put their kids through college and create more revenue and more tax and et cetera, right? So it's this really nice deal that your government makes with you that encourages you to take risks and will protect you and your personal assets to encourage you to take them. But the deal is that you've got to check a few boxes to make sure that you're getting the benefit of that protection. There is a doctrine in law called piercing the corporate veil. It allows a plaintiff to pierce through the corporation to the owner's personal assets if they don't check a few boxes. Number one, follow corporate formalities. Okay. Incorporate your business, make it an LLC or a corporation or a limited partnership or what have you. Incorporate it the right way in the right state. There are different reasons to incorporate in different states. Some provide more anonymity, others provide different tax benefits. But incorporating in the right state, with the right kind of entity is step one. Part of that corporate formality piece is documenting. So you want to have a good shareholder agreement or partnership agreement or operating agreement. And then the third part of corporate formalities is you've got to follow those that documentation, the requirements of Ohio law and or your state's law, and the requirements of your shareholder agreement and your bylaws, if you have bylaws, if you have a board. Okay, so that's the corporate formality piece. That's one big box that you have to check in order to avoid piercing the corporate veil to your personal assets. Second box, no commingling. You have to treat your corporation or your LLC as its own separate entity, almost like its own person. That means you can't use business assets for personal reasons, business expenses to cover personal expenses, and vice versa. Okay. Now, we all know that most business owners run a lot of personal expenses through their businesses. That's a fact, right? You capture tax savings that way. What I'm telling you is have good documentation for it and work with both your accountant and your lawyer to make sure that you are not commingling in a way that would allow for veil piercing. Lastly, no fraud. The deal that you've got with your government will not protect you if you use your LLC or your corporation to defraud somebody or to steal or do anything that is criminal or dishonest, depending on which state you're in. They have that threshold. No fraud. So corporate formalities, no commingling, no fraud. Check those three boxes and you will take advantage of the deal that the government has made with you. Last point, as a shareholder, as an owner, as an entrepreneur, if you don't have an estate plan, if you're not holding your interest in your corporation in a trust, think again about that. You probably should talk to an estate planning attorney. I believe all entrepreneurs should hold their interests in their entity in a trust. I do. All right. All of that hopefully was helpful to you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.